morning, everybody. It is day 4 and we are approaching the Tracy Arm Fjord for some glacier and iceberg action. So we're going to hang out a little on deck and take a look at some of these views. This is Coaster trailing along behind me, hanging in there. She's hanging in there. So Annette has planted herself down at the Park Cafe for a chance to sit down and look out the window. And I am up here on deck checking out the views, and we've got a little iceberg straight out there. Cool to see the blue ice. Really pretty as we turn around this corner and more of the horizon comes into view. Just beautiful. What do you think? Is this pretty awesome?
Yeah, pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome to see in person.
Beautiful.
Got some blue ice up ahead. This is beautiful. Moving through this passage here.
Yeah.
Got some fairly steady drizzle going on right now. It's chased a few people undercover, but coming up some pretty good sized chunks of ice here. Navigating a few chunks of ice in here, but onward we go. As we turn another corner, a lot more ice up ahead. Tracy Arm Fjord. Coaster here, she is waiting for a massage. Any minute now they should be opening up, and she can get a massage and hopefully get her feeling a little bit better. So we have watching the glacier and stopped to get me a breakfast sandwich, Canadian bacon, egg, and English muffin, and a little Vitality water punch, and watch a little bit of the view. And we are probably getting close to about as close as we are going to be able to get to the glacier here, with big fields of ice up ahead. So you can see it off in the distance here, and it's just incredible views all around us. Where there was once a single piece of ice, we're now just encountering a whole bunch of ice around us. It's been very beautiful this morning. We're shooting tons of footage, time lapses, and all sorts of stuff here. And Mrs. Coaster is out getting a massage right now, which I'm sure she's enjoying very much. Look back at the bridge here. We got a little bear sighting here. Very cool. Wish I had my zoom camera on me, but they're working just on our starboard side. It's a little windy out here. Just got done working out a little bit. Can't beat the views from the gym, looking out at this, these views from the glacier. It's nice to get a little bit of exercise in addition to all the millions of steps I've been taking at the ports. Cruising through the little shopping area. It looks like the logo shop is open, so let's take a look at what they got in here. Got a few different Alaska calendars, kids photo book, lots of magnets, plenty of Alaska branded gear, jackets, sweatshirts, water bottles. Some jackets and tote bags, hoodies. Going to take a short break in the room and figure out what's next. Maybe change a little bit. Return to the Windjammer for lunch. Contemplated doing main dining room, but I don't feel like doing that, doing a service. So it's a little early, but it looks like they've made the change over to lunch officially. Do some quick scouting here. Some salad, some beef dabe, pan-fried fish, chicken Italian steak, cauliflower, corn and tarragon fritters. Oh, those look pretty good. Oven roasted beef tip. We got some steamed rice, vegetables, fries, mac and cheese, pizza, toppings for burgers and jaw. And Mrs. Coaster is still, she's a little tired, so she wanted to take a little nap, pick her up a little bit. But for now, I'm gonna get something to eat. We'll start with a Caesar salad here. We got the beef tip with horseradish, a couple of the corn fritters and tarragon, and American potato salad. So start with that and see how it goes. I actually got some extra beef tip and got some of the cauliflower mornay, which was a creamy, almost like a mac and cheese kind of thing, but with cauliflower. So I'm gonna have a slice of pineapple, a chocolate bar, and a praline cream puff. And then I'll probably call it for lunch and see what else is going on before we hit Juneau. And this is actually the most people I've seen outside on the back end of the ship. And so it stopped raining and it's cool, but it is warmed up a little bit, so it's not really that unpleasant out here. If I had not already eaten, I would probably do another choice. In fact, they're telling people there's no seats inside. The only seats available in there are outside. So this would definitely be a good time to pick another alternative, which main dining room is doing lunch, and I believe Park Cafe is also doing lunch. You can always get room service too. So those would definitely be superior options to the buffet right now. Glad I got in there when I did. We got some houses along the coast here now. Must be getting close enough to Juneau for there to be some sort of transportation in and out of here. The bridge and peeling around, and it looks like Juneau on the horizon. I think that's going to be Juneau right up there. We'll be docking probably in the near future, and then we got probably an hour or so for getting the ship cleared, getting the gangway down. We might be able to get off the ship a few minutes earlier than planned. Getting ready to dock here in Juneau. Of course, we are the furthest ship from the dock, from the main downtown area. We'll be arriving momentarily. Let's go to Juneau. We have arrived in Juneau. funny. We're getting off. It's I think it's a little. We're supposed to be here at 2, and we're off early. It's 1:40. It's been a long day, but lots more fun ahead. We're going to head to Mendenhall Glacier here via shuttle, and I think the Blue Express Mendenhall Glacier bus. So here's the shuttle to downtown. There is a walk. It's about a mile. We're going to preserve that strength, and we're going to take the free shuttle parts every 10 to 15 minutes coming back, and it takes us right downtown. We got dropped off here. That's where our pickup will be, to where our ship is. And then we've got lots of excursion vendors here. Whale watching, glacier, float planes, dog sledding, all sorts of stuff. If you're in one of the other ships, Holland America, their dock is right here. They basically are just getting off right here in this area. So it's nice if you got that, because you can just walk right off the ship and you're in business. All right, so we have booked with the Blue bus, but we're actually doing a tour that includes downtown. That's going to get us a reserved seat on the bus because it's a little busy right now for the bus. So I'm going to take that option because that gets us on the bus with less of a standing in line kind of wait. And then we can take as long as we want in the glacier on the way back. So we're going to do that. That'll give Mrs. Coaster here a chance to not just stand in line again. We are right next to the Gold Belt tram. And the tram here goes right up the mountain and offers views up at the top of downtown and the docks here and the ships. Here's the Alaskan Shirt Company. We'll take a look at some shirts in here. True to its word, the Alaskan Shirt Company, lots and lots of t-shirts. She's been in Juneau for 5 minutes already. She's made best friends with the bears, local wildlife. I smell crab. Are you feeling crabby? She doesn't get the crab. We are at Tracy's King Crab Shack, famous for their crab and seafood here in Alaska. We may stop by there a little bit later. We're waiting for our tour, so we're just taking a look around the downtown area here in the port. Got the Grand Princess here with us. Some informational signs about the history of Alaska and Juneau. Let's see what they got going on here at the Crab Shack. Looks like there's some crab pieces here. They are preparing some crab for orders.
Actually, they got me a tray of
It is quite busy in here, as it pretty much always is. They've got outdoor seating, they've got some indoor seating. You can grab a bucket, 3-pound claw bucket, $1.90. You can also get crab chowder, and I think they've got shrimp there, crab cakes. So we'll check it out a little bit later. We'll see how we're doing when we get close to getting back to the ship. Our bus has arrived and we are ready to hop on it to Mendenhall Glacier. There is a city bus that's really cheap, just a couple bucks, but it drops off a mile away from the glacier. You could take a cab up there. There's no shortage of shuttles that go up there, so there's a lot of different ways to get there. We are taking the popular Blue Express bus but we're taking the tour that's going to take us through some highlights of Juneau first, and then we're going to end up on the bus to the glacier.
In the summertime, usually half the days are sunshine, half the days are rain. Last week it was like 70 degrees and just beautiful for like 4 or 5 days, and now the last 3 days it's been kind of like this.
We've just taken a quick stop here for a beautiful view of the port and downtown. I'm gonna go downstairs, but this is kind of cool right here, looking through the trees at the Princess ship. All right, heading down the boardwalk and the steps to the viewing platform. It's very slick. So it's a good thing Mrs. Coaster did not come. She would not have been happy about this. So here we go. It's a very pretty view from here. And we got a seaplane coming in across the water here. Should be just popping into view. There it is, coming in from behind the trees. And it's starting to get a bit more rain here. And there's our orange bus. We'll get back on the bus, stop at the whale statue, and then glacier time. This is just a really pretty wooded area to view the ships in the downtown area. Our driver is pretty funny. He's got a lot of jokes and narration, and enjoying some of that so far. This property is part of a 1915 homestead claimed by Wilhelm Rova, a Finnish immigrant and fisherman. It was dedicated as a park and scenic viewpoint in 1982. And what a gorgeous view it is. Let's get back on the bus. So we've gotten off at the famous whale statue here in Juneau, Taku, the humpback whale. And the whale's starting to sprout some water. Apparently this statue cost $10 million. And now you can see it with the cruise ship in the background. A little bit of history of getting this whale. The 6.5-ton whale was forged in a foundry. It was shipped here in 4 pieces, 4 big pieces, and then they assembled it. Pretty cool. It's definitely a beautiful park area and cool place to check out here, just adjacent to the ports in downtown.
Salmon over there for research purposes. They have determined that it normally takes 2 to 5 years for the salmon to come back here after they've been hatched out of this area.
All right, we have finally made it to Mendenhall Glacier, and a little bit of sun in the background, so that's kind of cool. This is Coaster coming up here behind me. She is just going to head up to the visitor center and look at the views from there and check some of that out. I'm going to head down to the Nuggets Falls Trail and get a little closer view and get a view of the waterfalls there. So let's start making our way down to Nuggets Falls. 2 close trails here, Photo Point Trail and Nuggets Falls. So I'm going to take those. All right, this way, Photo Point and Nuggets Trail. It is just under a mile. I think it's about 0.8 miles to Nuggets Falls. It's mostly flat, slight elevation change, and it's paved / gravelly. Generally a fairly easy trail. Should get there relatively quickly. And there's the trail to the Photo Point bridge right across the way there. It's just enough sun to come out to light up the mountains. Left a little bit of the fog. There's definitely a few ups and downs in the walk, but it's not a bad walk so far. Alright, you can just see the falls just through the top of the trees. Almost there. It's light downhill here and some rocky spots. Now we've seen not that long ago, we seen on YouTube where people were coming out here, and it was this little passage right here was underwater. I almost lost my footing on a rock. And wow, I haven't gotten over to the glacier yet with the falls. That's really pretty seeing those up close here. Alright, so visitor center way out there. Came along this trail out here. And here we are. And here you got some people taking one of the canoe tours. They have canoed over closer to the glacier. That's cool. That's one of the things we contemplated doing. Fairly easy paddle, I think. And here is the glacier. Our driver on the bus said there are 34 glaciers, and that's one of the the ice field has 34 glaciers sprouting off of it, and this is one of them. This is the most accessible one. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. Hate to leave, I can't stay here. Very, very cool. Hopefully, Annette has been taking some pictures and shooting a few video clips from the visitor center. Costs a couple dollars to get in the visitor center, but they have some different views up there. Best views are walking out here, but hopefully she's got some views for that.
Years, this place that seems so sure and steady has been in a continuous state of becoming what we see today. Over vast stretches of time, glaciers advanced and retreated. Towering trees filled the open spaces, creating the world's largest temperate rainforest, the Tongass National Forest.
We're going to be leaving the glacier behind. There it is in all its glory. Beautiful. And then the visitor center right up here, there's a long walkway, or there is an elevator that takes you up. We're back downtown. Let's watch that seaplane depart. We are going to Hangar's Wharf here. It's a cool spot and a spot that has a good reputation for really good food. So we're going to stop here and get some food, and then we'll start meandering our way back toward the ship. So we know we got a selection of draft beers here. IPA, Alaskan Amber. We definitely want something local to Alaska. And wow, There's a whole interior page. Everything is draft here. They've got a ton of options. No shortage of options here. Quick glance at it. You can pause if you want to take a closer look at it. All right, I got a halibut melt. There's some halibut under there, a lot of cheese, sweet potato fries. Looks good. And you got fish tacos?
Halibut, blackened halibut fish tacos.
Halibut blackened fish tacos. Those look fantastic. All right, just finished eating at Hangar on the Wharf, right over there. And I got a halibut melt, which was so good. Not a lot of filler. It was all nice chunks of halibut, lettuce, or a little tomato and cheese. So good. Sweet potato fries were really hot and crispy. Really love those. Annette seemed to like her halibut tacos, blackened halibut tacos. Definitely fresh tasting and so delicious. So
The refried beans and Spanish rice were.
she didn't care about the sides, beans and rice, but the tacos themselves were fantastic. So highly recommended. A lot of people are going to do Tracy's King Crab Shack as an obvious choice, but Hangar on the Wharf there is a great choice. They have a ton of local beer options and draft options, so highly recommended on that one too. Lots of shopping opportunities if you're looking for a souvenir. Hey, coming up on the world famous Red Dog Saloon. Let's see if I can pop in there real quick. Check your sidearms.
Is anybody calling the San Antonio of Juneau, Alaska? Anyways, it's alright as long as I've been growing old. My job is just about done. I've driven everybody out of here.
Well, a couple of these tabs here are orcas. Pretty cool. The actual pull handles on the taps are orca whales. Great time in the Red Dog Saloon. I had a couple of Red Dog beers there. They were really good. Ended up chatting up a guy from Colorado who is on our ship. We had a really cool conversation, and it was kind of nice chatting somebody up from the ship. Good beer, cool atmosphere, lots of sawdust. Back to the brilliance of the seas. Time to hop back on board the ship. Departure in about an hour, hour and a half. Despite all the rain early in the day, by the time we got to Juneau, there's a little bit of drizzle here and there, but it really didn't rain that much the rest of the day. So ended up being relatively mild, all things considered. Not too chilly either. So yeah, looks like Discovery Princess is finally pushing back. Newer Dam probably shortly behind, and then probably us. Arrived at the King and Country Pub for a drink and a little guitar entertainment. It's got a portside punch. That's the drink of the day. Pretty good drink.
take a break. You know, when you play, I never take a break. Just maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. Now what happened? Tuesday is so sweet.
right, so fun night in the pub. Went around a couple other areas and checked things out. Good evening on the ship. So we'll pull the plug here and say goodnight. It was a good day here in Juneau. Good day on the ship afterward in the evening. So remember, kids, like, subscribe, comment below, tell your friends, and have a good time all the time.